What is going on, guys? Blue Vegito 69 here. Today we're going to be taking a look at another comparative S.H Figuarts review. We're going to be looking at the Saiyan Armor Trunks. Now, this figure was the fourth S.H Figuarts figure that I have obtained. This one is the one that came out first, and this is the newer version that came out recently. And I've always had a lot of nostalgia for this version of Trunks in the Cell Saga. I think it's one of the cooler looks that we got from him, especially compared to like some of the newer looks like Dragon Ball Super. It's really not that bad as like some people think it was, as it was. You know, he definitely had his cool moments, like him actually killing Fuzamasu when Blue Vegito couldn't, when I couldn't really. How ironic. So yeah, but this is definitely one of my favorite S.H Figuarts. Not a 100% perfect figure, but it shares a lot of the same parts and mechanics as the Vegeta figure that we looked at in my last review. And since these two are basically the exact same figure, just with a different paint job, I might as well just cram it into one review, because no point of just reviewing this guy later on, this one later down the line, and it just being the exact same figure. So we're going to be comparing the differences and which one, in my opinion, is the better one. Let's take a look at both of the packaging. So as you can see, this is definitely a older figure. This is literally my third or fourth S.H Figuart Dragon Ball figure that I got. So, you know, and it's pretty noticeable. Like the packaging isn't like messed up or anything. It's just got like a little bit of like dust on it, but the figure doesn't, which is good. Got a nice little side panel right there of all the different poses. Once again, I love the packaging for this guy. He also comes with the Super Saiyan head. We have some more posability options for him. He doesn't come with a ton of accessories, as we'll look at later, but you can definitely get into some nice poses right there. I like this pose right here. I like the pose where he has the folded arms. That's what I usually would have this figure in with like the Super Vegeta, have them pose together, or maybe even with the Super Saiyan head. Take a look at that. And this is the newest version of this figure with the more metallic paint job and the better detailing on the face plates. You know, we'll take a good look at that. Nice pose on the front, doing the burning attack. We have some more posability options on the side. He doesn't come with the base head like the other one does, and we'll get into that when we get to the accessories. Some nice posability options like that. I would probably have this one fighting against my imperfect cell on my display, you know, when I get a better display for it. Nothing more on the side. Little image of Trunks on the bottom. All right, so with the packaging out of the way, we're going to take a look at them out of the box, and we'll get into an in-depth review of them. All right, here we have them out of the packaging, looking pretty good. We have the original on the left, and we have the newer one on the right. He obviously has the more metallic color scheme, darker color scheme, and he has the more flatter color scheme with the lighter colors. Just get a look at them at the side. They stand at the exact same height because they're the exact same figure. They both have paint shading in the hair. I think his is a little bit more prominent. It's a little less noticeable on this one. I just hate how they don't add the paint shading on the back of the hair. That kind of bothers me a little bit. They could have added it right in these little creases right there. I'm telling you, more paint on these figures would make them look better than they already do, but they still look very, very good. I always say a good blend between these two figures would be amazing, because I like the armor colors on this one, but I like the face and the bodysuit coloring on this one. Oh yeah, look at that. They look really good. This is like one of my favorite versions of Trunks design ever. I think my favorite design for Trunks would have to be the Bojack Trunks, or the Trunks where He's like this, but he has his hair flanned all the way out, and his hair is a little bit longer. Yeah, let me know. Let me know what your favorite Trunks design is. I'm definitely more partial to the Z looks than the Super looks, but I don't think I'm alone in that one. With all the memes of Dragon Ball Super Trunks, when you realize that he was actually pretty badass in that part of the show, he actually killed Fuzamasu. I don't know, but I definitely don't like his design in that show. I'll definitely have to agree on that. I'm definitely more partial to the purple hair Trunks. Looking at the accessories for the original one, they're pretty much about the same. One just comes with the base head. The original one comes with the base head, and it looks really good. We have the two faces, the yelling head and the teeth gritting head. We have a folded arms accessory. And then we have the two open hands and the two clenching hands. That's it pretty much for the accessories, which is a little disappointing, but this was back in the day where $35, it came with less. And the normal price figures were like 55, 60 bucks. And I'd rather it be like that, honestly, because the premium Bandai exclusives, craziness. You have to pay like almost $100 to get a cooler figure, which is nuts. And this one pretty much has the same exact accessories except no base head. I really gotta say, I really like the different looks for these guys. I really like the face paint on this guy. Like, the faces in general look very good. Like, the way he looks, his skin tone, the face paint, everything looks good on this guy. And for this one, I like how minimal it is on this one as well. I don't like that his eyes are looking off to the side that much. So if you have him in like a folded arms pose, you have to have him looking like this to the side, because he looks weird, like, at least with this head staring straight in front. So I definitely do like this one as well. So yeah, I remember when Trunks came out, like when I first saw Trunks in Dragon Ball Z in the Android Saga, I thought he was the coolest ever. Still think he's the coolest ever. He has a fucking sword, which is already badass itself. Yeah, going into the articulation, we're going to use this guy because this one is the older one. He's a little bit looser. Well, I just want to see. I just want to compare the arms. I remember the arms are a little bit loose because I always used to like swap in the folded arm accessories and put it on this one. That's what I would usually have them as. For this one, I'd have them with the Super Vegeta with the folded arm accessory like this. Them looking badass like that. Like, you know, it's just a little example. It really does look weird without the folded arm accessory. Like this to me, it does. I mean, it doesn't look terrible, but the folded arm accessory definitely helps out with the look of these figures. I just want to see if the other one is loose like that. Oh, yeah, definitely way tighter. So that's good. That's a good thing. So he has a ball joint for the head, not a double ball peg, which is disappointing, but pretty decent range, actually. They definitely hollowed the head out to make it look, to make you able to, like, look at it in different directions better. You can give him a little bit of tilt, which is nice. A little Sonic sway, you know. He has a ball jointed shoulder. You can only move this far by just going straight up, but you could always turn it around. He has a butterfly joint. Looks pretty good. It looks pretty seamless. I like butterfly joints on my figures. I think they're very useful for posing. He has a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, really good wrist articulation. You can get them in any direction. And since they're on a hinge, that's why they're all swappable. We have a diaphragm joint. Pretty good diaphragm joint. It has a few notches so you can make it look, so you could get them in more dynamic poses. I've seen people try to like modify the diaphragm joints to like cut a little bit of plastic underneath there. I'm not going to try that because I'm not a professional and I don't want to break these figures. Also, something I noticed, if you lean these two back, you kind of give them a little bit of a gut, which I don't really particularly like. So it's a little something to point out. Definitely don't want to give him a little bit of a beer belly. He has a waist twist and a little bit of a waist hinge right here. He's got T-jointed hips, and his legs don't pop off when you stick him all the way forward, which is a good thing. You get the oh, but except when you split, make him do the splits. Okay, you know what? Can't win every day, buddy. Now imagine instead of losing his arm like Gohan, he loses his fucking leg. That would have been fucking crazy. He has a thigh swivel, double jointed knees. He has the same articulation that we've seen so far with the ankles. This one isn't too bad though. It doesn't look... You see, why do we have a double ball peg on the ankles instead of the neck? Like, that really doesn't make any sense to me. He's a pretty good ankle rocker. Not the best, but definitely more useful going this way. And he has a toe pivot right there. I really do think this Trunks looks badass. Like, both of them. Either version you get. Really, I do. It's weird because I'm more partial to this Trunks, but for the Vegeta, I'm more partial to the original one that looks like this. I don't know. Maybe it really just was the quality control for that one that really just turned me off. Because I do like both of these figures. I really do. I like the fact that you get the base head with the other Trunks as well. With this Trunks. You know, I would say that this one is the better figure, but I definitely have a lot of nostalgia for this figure. One of the first S.H Figuarts Trunks figures, Dragon Ball Z figures as a whole, so you know. Definitely a lot of nostalgia there. I definitely have a lot of nostalgia for this version of Trunks as well. If we can get a Bojack Unbound Trunks, that would be awesome. I know there's a lot of third-party figures, companies that make that made that Trunks, and I don't know, I'm not a third-party guy, and those are fucking expensive anyway. Like, they're more expensive than like regular Figuarts, and I get it, they have good quality. I'd hope so. Like, the ones I've seen in more recent days have pretty decent quality, but they're still knockoffs at the end of the day. Like, I'd rather wait for an original. See, look at that, I got him standing on one foot. Look at that. Believe it or not, I actually am pretty good at posing. You know, maybe down the line I could actually show you that I could actually pose these fucking figures. I don't know. Let me pose this Trunks a little bit. Just give you a little bit of a basic pose, but you know what? I want to start showing you that I could actually pose and not just have them standing straight up and down, which I don't. I don't have these figures. These figures just straight up and down. I do like posing them. I just don't have the best display at the moment. Just a little bit of a dynamic pose. There you go. Not the best pose, but just to show you how I would probably have some of them. I wouldn't have him like standing up like this. He would just be like more of a standing pose, because Trunks just usually just stands there to look cool along with Vegeta. And seeing these two figures really makes me wish that we have a semi-perfect Cell coming out. We did get teased with a new 4.0 Goku, so I'm hoping that will entail us getting some new version of Cell, like a new perfect Cell, a new semi-perfect Cell. We don't even have a semi-perfect Cell, but you know, that could be an awesome figure to get to pose these two with, along with the Super Vegeta. I wouldn't mind a new Super Vegeta as well, you know. I like how these two are proportioned. It's very similar to the Vegeta, but he's definitely a little bit taller. He's definitely a little bit more lankier, not as like stocky as the Vegeta. So that's good. I like that. All right, that about wraps up the review. If you guys enjoy the video, please make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button. Let me know if you want to see any more comparative reviews. I do have a little leeway with that because I do have a lot of figures that use the same body mold as well. Let me know if you guys enjoy the figure review videos. I have a lot of figures to review. And that about covers it, guys. Make sure you leave any comments you have in the comment section below. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.